Welcome to the channel. It is May 11th and today's guest is Miss Alicia Journey. And today we're going to be discussing some marriage and relationship advice. So I'm going to play a little video and get Miss Journey's take on it. I've actually done a little video on it before, but I have Miss Journey here with me.
A lot of women don't accept the reality that men take respect over love.
Absolutely.
Any day. Any day, every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Respect me before you love me. And then women position themselves where it's like, well, I'll take safety over love.
Damn. Safety.
So as long as I feel safe with you, I don't have to be in love with you. Because I'll marry the man that I respect before I marry the man that I'm in love with.
You know what? When you say that out loud,
She ain't lie.
that makes some sense.
Yeah, no, she didn't lie. Because even the safety, immediately when you said safety, I'm like, no. In my head, I'm like, no, they want to marry somebody that's financially keeping them safe.
And it's so many different
protect.
It's so many different
Yeah.
layers to safety.
But mine, emotional, keeping them safe.
Like, I don't have to be in love with my husband because I'm not gonna always.
You're not gonna always.
No.
Yeah.
But if I'm safe, I'm going. Oh, I'm right here.
So what are your thoughts on that video?
Can I show a counter video?
Sure, why not?
Okay, it's pretty much not really a counter video, but it's about the same thing. But my thoughts about it is so true, because if you want to be a provider, that's what a provider is, really. If you want to provide, you want a spouse. And the qualities that you need to have a spouse is not just be a provider financially. Financially is a big part of it, because you have to have, what's the major three things you have to survive, to live? You need shelter, you need food, and you need clothes. Those are three major things. You need food, water, shelter, and clothes to survive. So if the person that you're potentially trying to look for to get married cannot provide you a shelter to lay your head, food, and clothes, but they want a family, they want you to have children. And lots of times, carrying a child is very dangerous. It's life-threatening. And sometimes women have to give up their jobs and certain things to bring life into the world, and then take time out their schedule to care for the child. And for the person who wants to be a provider, wants that, she has to feel like she is not just financially stable, but she needs to make sure she finds someone who's emotionally stable, because during that time frame, that is a very fragile time for a woman, and you need someone who can not only physically but emotionally support her and be there. And a woman needs to feel safe. If a woman does not feel safe and protected, she can't. It's like this: in order to respect, she needs to feel safe and protected. And all the other rounds, and also something like and this is another video I want to show.
For getting married.
I advise women all the time. I said, look,
Listen to it.
if a man wants to marry you, your first question is not, do you love me? Wrong question. Why? Because that's not the first thing God gave the male. The first question a woman should ask a man who wants to marry him is, where are you going? I want to know your future. Show me your vision on paper. Why? You asking me to follow you. I want to know where you're going. What are we going to do together?
So that's a good version of saying, when you marry someone, you are giving your life to them to follow them. And lots of times when people don't choose their spouses properly, the male wants them to follow them, but they sometimes can't lead, or going somewhere that sometimes women know ain't in the right direction. So that way you always do that filter out, find out on paper his vision, his dream, where he's going, what he already has financially. Because love, if you marry just for love only and a man ain't got himself together, love fades so quick. You can always, I would say, you can learn to love a good man. And then if you get a man that's a good man and he loves you, always marry the man that loves you. But he could be a good man that's financially stable, emotionally and physically. When a man loves you from the start, he will treat you good, and you know he's financially stable, physically, mentally stable. He treats you good. You know where he's going. That's a win. You can learn to love a good man. But if you don't marry a man who loves you from the start, and you love him, but he doesn't love you like that, he's not financially stable, or he could be, but he doesn't love you, he'll treat you any type of way. A man will either love you from the start, from the beginning, and treat you good, and find those things just like she said. Because I feel like people throw the word respect around, and it's almost like not giving a true definition. Like, so it's that a man will love you or respect. So what is the respect that he's looking for? And then the women also is saying, so like she said, security. When she finds security, the man should respect him, and then she'll learn to love him. Anyway, what do you think?
Let's break it down. So from the original video that we show, when it comes down to respect and safety and love, those all go hand in hand. And you do have to have a vision, and you have to show that in order for a woman to feel safe in your arms, you have to show her that you are a capable leader. And in turn, going into the second video, that vision. And this is a powerful quote that was told to me a long time ago. Just as a captain guides a ship through turbulent waters, a strong marriage equips leaders to navigate challenges of the world, in personal, which is family, in the business world, and also in the spiritual, being the head of the household. And in turn of that, you have to be evenly yoked with your partner, and y'all both have to mutually respect each other and have a shared vision, which was another quote that I wanted to share. Give me 1 second. Where's that? I just had it pulled up. Which marriage and leadership both thrive when built on a foundation of shared values and mutual respect. Because even as you learn to respect somebody, you have to see what that person was able to build. I see how you was able to guide us through the tough times. You feel safe. That person has shown you, that man has shown you that the foundation that he built is worth for that woman to come into, because as you build the pillar, she's coming in, she's going back, helping build the inside, keeping that foundation strong. But as the man, you have to be the pillar, be able to survive things and be able to take the hits, and sometimes being able to put her needs before your own. You know, a long time ago, a wise man once told me, first, you gotta be able, as a man, take care of yourself, then be able to take care of that woman, and then be able to take care of your children. Because if you weren't able to take care of yourself, how are you expected for that woman to trust you? How are you expected to guide her and to guide the children? And when it comes to submission, submission isn't just a man reigning over his wife. It's them being evenly yoked, seeing her as him and him as her. The things that the man does well, the woman falls in and be like, this is my husband's level of expertise. I got him. When it's her level of expertise, he'd be like, all right, baby, I'm going to fall back. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to help you. What do you need me to do? Being there to support. And when there's new things, they both research topics, and they both research the topic and help each other, and they grow together in finding something new to building up, because she's seen his leadership and telling her, she asks him a question, she don't know the answer, he researching, she researching. That goes a long way and shows that he really, really cares. And another thing, you don't want to be so broken in a relationship before you get married. You want to make sure that you're both healed. But at the same time, that man and that woman tell each other, when people bring up your past, tell them that God done dropped all the charges. Don't judge me by my past. I don't live there anymore. But when you do have past actions, you tell your lady, and she tells her husband, look, that was in the past. We in this together now. We are moving forward.
May I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah, lots of times In relationships, people jump from one relationship to the other, expecting the new person to heal the broken parts of them, and sometimes often people don't give them own selves time to heal and to work on themselves, fix what's broken, heal from trauma, work on their character, and then sometimes they'll jump into another relationship, and all that trauma comes from other past relationships and not working on themselves to the new relationship. It's very important to learn to love yourself, number one, because if you don't love yourself, you can't properly love anybody else properly. Two, when you learn to love yourself, you will not allow just anything or any treatment or anybody. You have certain standards about yourself that if you don't learn to heal and love yourself from the trauma that you won't have then. Three, always, build yourself up spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Then you can, when you properly heal, you can provide something, and you bring that healed energy. The man bring his healed energy, masculine energy. The woman bring her healed feminine energy. That means when the woman will always bring her feminine energy when she feels safe, when she's with a male who has this masculine, we call it alpha energy, but he's healed, and he's healed, yes, we healed in himself, alpha energy. A woman will drop in her feminine grace. So a lot of times when they say women are not feminine anymore, masculine, it's because the world has made them masculine. They do not feel protected. When you don't feel protected, you have to put on that man masculinity, and then you'll drop into your feminine, and you can be that soft, delicate flower that you can be when you're with the right partner who has a healed masculine energy, alpha energy, that can bring you down to your feminine grace.